We're back. This is Michael Fox with his tour of the Panda starting zone. While I was away, I did purchase a couple of weapons that our mage could use. So let's go right into the heirlooms, and we have a choice of a two-handed staff that grants intellect, stamina, haste, and spell power. And there was another one here, but it doesn't look like it's showing up. So this is the one that they want us to use, in other words. Oh, this is the one. A staff with intellect, stamina, critical strike, and spell power. So I have a choice between haste and spell power. With a mage, I think I'm going to choose haste. Okay, so we made that. Go ahead and put that on in place of the agility staff I had. Alright, so still no profession master over here. I thought there was one, but we'll find one eventually. And we're supposed to kill these things, so okay. Now we're supposed to find various plants here. And we got to level 7. Level pretty darn fast here. And we learned a new spell called Blink. I'll demonstrate that in just a second. This moves us forward, basically. Useful for escaping things that we don't want to see, or don't want chasing us. Does have a 15-second cooldown. Yeah, 15-second cooldown. Otherwise, you see mages blink everywhere. Alright, so we're supposed to find some uprooted turnips. And some stolen carrots and some poached pumpkins. And if we look at our little map here, it doesn't tell us anything. Anyway, but here's where some of this stuff is. Okay. Alrighty then, so I think we need to go into the warren itself. There's some carrots there. Now with mages, the higher the intellect, the more damage you do. It's also the more mana you get. That's why you want the intellect, the equipment, as opposed to other stuff. Okay, so we got all the carrots. Let's head on back out. And there is some pumpkin. And here is some too. And you can just see it respawning right there. Like someone had already been out there. Alright, so next we go over here. Love the music for this. Wow. Alright. Over here we're going to find turnips. eventually. You know what? Come to think of it, I might need to go up the hill. Let's go up the hill. I'll probably have to kill this. And here are some turnips here. Now let's take a look over here, because we are on the Wandering Isles, and you can see out there, this is why it's a Wandering Isle. It actually, the whole thing is on a turtle's back, and you'll see that in greater detail later on. This is why it wanders. And there's the last turnip. Alright, so now we go back this way, hopefully avoiding any more stuff we don't need to kill. And let's go ahead and use the blink to get a little bit ahead of ourselves. Again, there's a 30-second cooldown on that, 15-second cooldown on that, and otherwise we'll be using it a lot more often. Alright, got all that, and we get some leggings, which are a little bit better than what we had. I'm going to put those on. Now, one thing a mage is good for as far as professions go, it's not a bad idea for them to be a tailor, because they can make their own clothes at that point. Yeah, that's not what we want to do. Alright, so go over here. Need to get wood planks. Need to sell some stuff. And the tailor thing is with the tailor is going to use cloth, all the cloth that you can get. In fact, tailors often have their first aid suffer because they need all the cloth they can get. But once we find a profession trainer, I'm even looking for one. I am, okay. There is one here somewhere. But we'll make this a tailor, and the other profession, if there is no complementary, gathering profession that you need for that. But the other one that is good to go with mages and tailoring is enchanting, because you can disenchant the stuff that you make. Well, some of it anyway. Alright, well, we're not going to go bother with that, so not just yet. We can't find one in this area. Yeah, that doesn't work when things are in the way. Just enough that hillside was in the way to get in the way. Keep it from doing it. Alright, so need to find wood planks over here, and we also need to take care of this guy here. And here as I am, he is actually very easy to get. Now we want. Oh, we killed him just to get his mallet. Isn't that? Do you think that's fair? Now we need to gather wood planks. Couldn't we just ask him for his mallet? Hey, can we borrow your mallet real quick? No. Yeah, we got all that we need. Okay. Uh, Now, mages are susceptible to damage. Most class wearers are. Mage does have, we'll go get later on, the ability to shield itself. Not like a priest, but it actually uses, it's called a mana shield basically, so it uses mana to shield itself. And you're hit, basically you use mana, not health. Anyway, mana is so high that it really doesn't matter. Alright, what have you? And we are now honored with Shangzi's Academy. Isn't that nice? I don't know of any reputation that we need to worry about. We're going to get some boots for that. And now we have to ring the gong. Alright, so what we're trying to do here is we're trying to wake up this Woogle here. And that's not working. And now we are on level 8. And now we have to request the help of the other spirit that we rescued earlier. And it's a water spirit, so you might guess what it tries to wake him up with. Okay. Now we have to bring them to the Temple of Black Dawns, and we got to take the cart again. The cart's over here. Such happy sprites. Okay. And there's a profession trainer. Before we turn this quest in, we make these guys wait. And we're actually going to do 2 production. We're going to do enchanting. And we're going to do tailoring. Alright. So if we bring these up like we have been, bring them over here. Now with enchanting, there's 2 options here. You can enchant something or you can disenchant something. You disenchant something to get some materials you need to enchant it. See if we can get any. No. Can't get any supplies here. But what we're going to need though is a copper rod. And let's see if they have any enchanting stuff here. No, they don't. Usually they do. Maybe someone robbed it already. I don't know. Anyway, time to take these two up there. And if you look at tailoring, we already have the materials to make 4 bolts of linen cloth. We'll do that in just a second. But there are other things that we need to get to make things, and we'll should have gone back to get that later on. Alright, so this is kind of forcing us to move along here. Let's look at enchanting for just a second. We need a runed copper rod for that, and to make the runed copper rod, we need the copper rod I got. And we need 1 strange dust and 1 lesser magic essence. And usually the vendors around an enchanter trainer will have those on them, but not today. No, actually, we want to go this way. I think. Yes. But you can disenchant green items and up, so green, blue, or legendary. Or not legendary, but yeah, green, blue. There's an interesting little thing happening down here. I'm going to stop in and listen for a little bit. In fact, it's a guy just down here telling us to stop in and listen. But basically, they're telling stories down here. To all the baby panda, and while they're doing that, we're going to make some linen cloths. Can't make it this other stuff because we need coarse thread, and we didn't get that when we stopped either. So anyway, enchanting, you need things to enchant with, and in this case strange dust or lesser magical essence, and strange dust and lesser magical essence. And you get that from disenchanting things. Now I don't have anything in here to disenchant. It has to be green or better. Okay, so they told their little story, and now we're going to move on here. You don't get anything, that's just something kind of sweet. Blink. Don't blink. Oh, we're about to get attacked. Or are we? Well, not right now. But we will. We will. Alright. Got another blacksmith. Let's go ahead and get rid of some stuff here. This is one of those areas where you need as much damage as you can get, because it gets nasty. Or a starting zone. Earn 5 space scrolls of wisdom, so the monkeys have spaced their scrolls of wisdom. And there's some other quests going on here. And go up here and get them. And we need to gather 12 abandoned stone blocks. And one more over here. We need to retrieve 8 paint-soaked brushes. So basically they have taken brushes that they are defacing signs with. Okay, so there's a sign up there. And there's a monkey. That just jumped up. And that was what they defaced it with. That little sign there. Don't throw banana peel when going to walk. He just took the wooden plank that we were going to get, but what the heck. Actually, those are the stone bricks, stone blocks. Don't roll with own poo unless you want to smell like poo all day. Makes sense. Now the one disadvantage to tailoring and enchanting is that you don't get any extra XP from collecting things like herbs and mining. And we also got the brush. Peel banana first, eat second. Sound advice. Okay. Okay. Starting to repeat ourselves here. Uh-oh, am I going to be able to loot him? No. They're just close enough to do it. Okay, so now we have all the brushes. All we need now are stone blocks and another wisdom scroll. Repaired or don't pull on tail where there are other tails to pull. Okay. And one more set of blocks and we're done with that. That's a good time for blink. And we're probably going to get to level 9. Basically, he's complaining about this girl, Panda. And the idea was for him to talk with him. Alright, nothing I can disenchant there, so go ahead and turn in this last quest and get the next one. Oof, we got level 9. Can't do any more bolts of linen cloth, so we go back down here. I have to tell you, leveling, enchanting, and tailoring is one of the hardest things to do for this kind of thing. Alright. Alright. So basically you have to go out there again and kill other things and gather other things. And again, that's pretty much what you do in Warcraft. They try to make things a little different each quest. I mean, the things that you fight are a little different each quest. And this time we have a little bit of a guide here. So we need to take this Jade Tiger Pillar to Jojo Ironbrow, and this is one of those areas that if you're not careful, you could die. I love how he rolls. And we've got a lot more to kill here, so. But we got all the fireworks we need at the very least, so we'll turn that quest in a moment. See, that problem I have is evading, it's evading. Evading basically means, yep, they've bugged out and I'm still evading. Okay, fine, got him. Alright. But he actually kills the guys before, if you have multiple ones attacking. He actually kills them before you can kill them all.